You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
87.9.
The truth is out there. Follow us.
We interrupt this program for a special report by WKMU.
Staten Island, New York.
Hello, everybody. It's Sky, and welcome to What Keeps Me Up at Night, the podcast that takes you on a thrilling journey through the shadows of the unknown.
And I'm your co-host, Blue. Together, we delve into the enigmatic world of conspiracy theories, unearthing the secrets that lurk behind closed doors, exploring the ideas that send shivers down our spines.
Also today, we embark on a mind-bending exploration of a topic that has ignited the imagination of both dreamers and skeptics alike: the dangers of artificial intelligence on humanity.
That's right, Sky. AI, once a distant vision of science fiction, has now become an integral part of our lives. From virtual assistants to self-driving cars, it's rapidly reshaping our world. But what happens when these machines become too intelligent, too autonomous, and perhaps too dangerous?
So join us as we peel back the layers of the technology phenomenon, examine the whispers and warnings that have emerged from the shadows. We'll uncover the eerie connects between AI advancement and age-old prophecies, where some predict a future ruled by machines.
We'll delve into the darkest fears surrounding AI's potential to surpass human intellect, and moral dilemmas that arise when we grant machines the power to make life or death decisions. Are we playing a dangerous game, toying with forces we can't fully comprehend?
But it's not all bloom and gloom. We'll explore the breathtaking achievements, the unprecedented breakthroughs that have revolutionized various fields, and the incredible potential it holds for shaping a brighter future. It's then a delicate balance we must strike between embracing the gifts of AI and safeguarding our humanity.
Throughout this electrifying journey, we'll also give our insights and perspectives and shed the light on the profound questions that keep us up at night. How do we navigate the unpredictable path ahead? Can we find harmony between humans and artificial intelligence? Or will it be a battle for survival?
So buckle up and prepare to venture into the depths of the unknown with us. What Keeps Me Up at Night is not for the faint of heart, but for those who dare to question, to challenge, and to unravel the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface.
This is Sky and Blue, your guides through the labyrinth of conspiracy theories and the looming specter of artificial intelligence impact on humanity. Join us as we uncover the secrets that society would rather keep hidden, one episode at a time.
So if that sounded a little off to you, because it's not usually how we open our shows, one, that was a little long, and it sounded like we were like repeating the same thing.
Yeah.
Just like 4 or 5 times over.
It was, some of it was kind of cool, some of it was kind of corny. I definitely feel like it was repetitive. I guess we should have picked what we liked, and then that was it.
Yeah, but this was more of to show, this was actually written by AI.
Yeah.
Actually, I talked to, what was the GPT chat bot, whatever it's called?
Yeah.
And I put in our story, who we are, what we're going to do, and that's what they gave us. So I'm like, if we're going to do an episode of AI, this would be great to just be able to, use AI script.
Right. I mean, now that you tell me that that's what you did, it's pretty good. I definitely think that it could help inspire some people. This certain, and like if you use it the correct way, I feel like, and I'm stuck on something, like,
yeah, it definitely helps.
Seems like it's pretty good.
It definitely helps with creative stuff when you're trying, like, because we're doing this, we're indie podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
We don't put our designs out to anybody. We do this all in house, our house.
Right. We don't pay anybody for anything. I mean, I guess Amazon for some mics, but yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like it can be useful as a tool, and that's not the only thing that's been like improved by AI. something called machine learning, which computers are better at analyzing data, which is why images and speech recognition has advanced so fast. If you notice, like in the last year, all these AI paint systems came out.
Yeah, that I forget what it's called, but everybody was using these filters that make you look like an alien or like a fairy goddess or something. Have you seen them?
No, but it makes sense because that's what this is doing.
Yeah, it makes you upload like 8 pictures of yourself from all these different angles, and then it just generates a bunch of pictures that kind of look like you, but it's not you. It's like a perfect version of you.
Like in a cartoon form?
Yeah, it's cartoony. It definitely looks cartoony, and like I don't know, like
what
I
app is
remember.
this?
I could look it up really quick, but
No, I meant for like later because I might want to make us like avatars. Or something.
Yeah. I think you would actually be really into it. It's just I don't know. It's one of those things like Instagram filters, how it messes with people's like perception of themselves. Like I feel like this is it. That app in particular, I didn't use it. I didn't really like want to support it just because I don't know. It's gonna make us just I don't know body dysmorphia. It's adding to the body dysmorphia. That's
when you can
what I felt
create
about
how you look
the digital
on the
era.
digital way, it definitely I feel like kind of makes a disconnect.
Now there was people arguing with it because or mad about it that it gives you like giant breasts and like stuff like that. Like
they give you the anime touch.
Yeah, so it wasn't just changing your face; it was changing your
superheroes.
body too. So I think that a lot of people were angry with that.
Well, I think that's the art style because like there's comic books and anime, which I guess is still sexist because they overly draw their women. But I mean, they do the same thing with men. Like every man is like stacked.
Yeah.
Like I could see them having like 10-inch penises and like they got 20 ab muscles and they got fucking like all these rippling muscles on their back.
Right.
And he's just like a painter or something who happens to be a superhero on the weekends.
Right.
But they also have other stuff that helps out. It's called this is weird. It actually helped them create computer vision, which improves like driverless cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is that? Who's
Which
doing
is
that?
kind of
Tesla?
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Tesla,
seeing-
Domino's.
Oh, Domino's is doing it?
They were there. They in some places they have like automatic pizza delivery robots. Like they just drive down the street to you. Like.
And then they also work as well with facial recognition again and medical imaging to better keep us in health. So this is another like positive. It's also what makes
how does it help in the medical field?
like imaging, like for like CAT scans and stuff like that. When they're using AI, you're using people tend to put their own beliefs and vision into stuff and overlook stuff. AI will just look at the facts and give you what they think is the truth.
Okay.
Like I asked this chatbot thing earlier, if they thought there was a chance that there was aliens in this universe and in space, and it said that the government has never said that there were aliens, but mathematically, yeah, there's aliens out there. So there's no human
that's crazy.
feelings behind it. There's no
Yeah.
like the deterrent, like, oh, I really like kitties, so like I'm gonna push kittens more better.
Oh, like the whole yeah. Like I was thinking about that question that is hard for people to answer, where it's like, oh, there's a train coming and you can either let it kill the love of your life or this whole family of like 12
I don't know
children.
that family.
Right, but like and what would like an AI would probably be like, well, save
12
the family.
Yeah, 12
That's
humans
our
is better
future.
than like one
Kids
person.
of the future, blah blah blah.
Kind of like iRobot, where
Yeah, yo, iRobot messed me up. Like that movie, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Like anybody listening,
especially if you're
You should
interested
watch
in this
it.
AI stuff.
forget about the Will Smith beef. Like this was when everybody loved Will Smith because I grew up really loving Will Smith. So I saw all his movies up until a certain point.
Exactly. Up to a certain point. After that, it was just like, ooh, what are you doing this stuff for?
I don't know. I don't remember what was the last movie by him I saw, but I watched all of them. Hancock, iRobot. I don't know what
guess
else.
like the
Wild
late-
Wild West.
You know, he turned down the Matrix to do
That's
Wild Wild
stupid.
West. He was supposed to be Neo,
Oh wow!
and he was like, I guess they thought that the Wild Wild West was going to be a bigger movie, So he's like, he signed up for
I
that.
wish I
instead.
could have seen a version of The Matrix with Will Smith.
I don't know, but Keanu Reeves has no and not in a bad way. He's very, like vanilla.
Keanu Reeves?
Like in his movies, yeah, it's always like some stoner. Like even if he's a cop, he's just like, oh wow.
Well, you saw him in one of my favorite movies on Netflix, Always Be My Maybe. He was really good in that one. I really liked him in that one.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a really cool guy, but like, especially in the 80s and 90s, all his movies, like, characters seem like the same. They all seem like surfer high types, like, oh, what's up?
Would Neo be considered an AI? No, right?
Who?
Neo. Or no, like,
No,
nobody.
Neo's a real person.
Nobody in it is, like, AI.
Well, the robots would be AI,
Okay, yeah.
which is what people are scared about.
Is Iron Man AI?
No, the guy, okay. Iron Man is not AI, but Iron Man's suit is controlled, well, with Tony Stark's help, by AI.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Jarvis and that chick that he talks to.
I guess it's not, but I was gonna say Doctor Strange cloak. I feel like he kind of moves how people wish AI would perform.
That is like a magic version of AI. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
that's the
equivalent.
dream. Like all these AI freaks, like that's the dream to get something to move like that.
And so that's why actually this does too is it helps robots do more robotic things because it's better at processing. It can see its surroundings better now. Before it was like a grid and it would move along the grid and didn't really know what was around
artificial intelligence?
Like but robots, with the robots like first came out, very basic. They didn't really know what was around them.
Yeah, that's like in the Hall of Science. They have that robot that walks on the moon, and you could move you make it move by sending it. You write forward, left, forward,
Yeah,
and then send, and then that's how it worked. Like that's what you mean?
Well, no, I don't know. You got me confused.
You kind of have to type out like.
Now, no, you don't have to because the AI can take over and see. Oh, Adri's and they could facial recognize you. Like, oh, that's Adri. Oh,
like in the
excuse me,
movies.
Adri, I want to get by. Oh,
They
can we
scan
talk
my
about
face.
those robots that we see in the freaking supermarkets?
Oh
now?
my god!
Has anyone else seen these like robots?
There's these like robots that walk up and down the aisles, and at first I didn't know what the hell they were doing. Later on I had to look it up. Like, oh, they look for spills and stuff.
If you ever seen Superstore, there's an episode where there was a robot that they tried to kill because it was like doing too much.
Yeah.
And Glenn was getting upset because he was doing it better than him. But that's basically what it is, following around, and you seem to hate it.
I don't enjoy it just because it's always where I need to go. Like, why are you on the dog food aisle? Like, what kind of spills are happening over here? I just don't get it. And I feel like
double checking, I guess.
I don't know. It just feels like it watches me. And then what's worse is the supermarket I go to. I know they put these giant googly eyes on the thing. Like it doesn't help. The googly eyes just don't help. Like,
Or it does.
Honestly, it reminds me of Sophia, that robot that like came out like this was like 2016.
I was gonna say
or
about 8 years ago. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they made her look realistic, and
Except for
I
the
think I
big
kind of
metal piece on the
appreciate it.
back.
Right.
I don't know, that shit's creepy.
So the creators of it actually wanted her to still look robotic, like it's human, but you can still tell it's a robot.
So you don't talk to it like it's a human. You talk to it like it's a robot because you can see the robot. It looks like RoboCop basically.
I actually prefer if there was like a Sophia walking around the supermarket, like versus this like weird squared robot. Like I don't know.
Have you heard some of the crazy things Sophia has actually said?
I mean, she's a very sarcastic robot. I know that about her.
Maybe it's the programming, but she said that she wants to take over the world. She wants to get rid of the humans.
I saw that video. They ask her, do you wanna kill humans? She's like, sure. Okay, let's kill the humans.
But she was also on Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon.
I love Jimmy Kimmel.
I love
Shout
Jimmy
out
Fallon.
to Jimmy Kimmel.
I like Fallon better.
I thought Kimmel was the one with
I like Guillermo better, which is funny because you're Spanish and you're having trouble saying that. Guillermo, yeah, I actually prefer him over Jimmy.
I like them both.
But like Fallon is like, I don't know, because I've seen him on Saturday Night Live, from New York.
Fallon that's Conan.
I love Conan.
I'm like, Fallon's the redhead, right?
In Good Pods, we were ahead of Conan O'Brien's show for views, and
he
now
still does shows.
Well, has a podcast, Making Friends, and he has people like celebrities come on. He talks.
I think
to
I heard
them.
of that one.
And yeah, so we were ahead of him. We got up to like anywhere between 40 and 60. Now that the app is popping off, we're not even the top 100 anymore. Like, I don't even know where we are. Like, I can't be found. We can't be found. So that was the negatives, the positive stuff of AI. But we all know we came here for the negative stuff.
For the negatives.
So we'll be right back with that. And now some of the negative things. First, they can create fake videos and fake pictures called deep fakes. Have you actually seen any of the deep fakes?
I don't know. Maybe probably
I've
like
seen one of Obama.
The Obama one. I was gonna say like probably they be trying to make Mark Zuckerberg look like a lizard and stuff.
He really does look like a lizard.
No, but like like his eyes blinking the other way and shit.
At least they're blinking, right? At least they're blinking.
I don't know, man. I like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. Maybe I don't know because I don't know the negatives of this man. Maybe that's what it is.
But this is really scary because someone could make a video of Biden going on air and putting online saying, at this time we're dropping nukes on Russia lest they pull out of Ukraine.
Are you giving people ideas? All these internet trolls?
I'm not that smart. So if I came up with this, someone who's much smarter than me already came up with this.
I don't know.
It's scary.
Well, with what you're saying, we're probably all intermingled and shit. So nobody's gonna do anything to anybody. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if Russia got sent a message, they'll be like, "That's not true. We're we're in cahoots."
Because what's his name? Putin or whoever that rules over Russia now. Who? Stalin? Whoever it is right now.
It's Putin.
It's Putin?
Like, let me chill.
There's some discussion that he's like circling the drain a little bit. And he's keeping himself very reserved and cut away from his advisors. Who could, Russia...
He's pulling a Trump.
Russia, no, come on. Trump, I'm not a Trump supporter, but he put money in my pocket during during COVID.
Any president that would have been president during COVID would have had to do something like that.
Yeah, but you think about the millionaire, like, fuck you guys, that's on you. You should have got better jobs. Or why are you working for your tips? Like, go get go build a mogul like I did.
Honestly,
with my
we're
money.
consumers at the end of the day, so that's all it is.
Yeah, not a Trump supporter, but definitely not mad at some of the stuff. Like, other stuff, definitely mad. But nobody's perfect. Let's not get political. But it definitely could get political with these deep fakes. And it could...
I guess you're right. I mean, it could be a bunch of shit. It could be like me trying to get into your phone.
Yeah.
Or like something like that.
What if you generally met, like, you went to somebody's concert, like someone famous, and then someone sent you a deep, like, video chat inviting you somewhere. Like, oh, I saw you in the crowd. I really loved your top. Come on, come and meet me over here. And, now you got kidnapped.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It could be any of these things.
These are just things that I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And for someone who could be smart, like, think of all the things they could do with fake videos of people who power, or even if someone wants to ruin somebody's like credibility, they could have them come out and be like, someone who's very blue and be like, hey, I love Trump, he's the best. It's like,
and then what's messed up about it too is like somebody could make this up about you, and then people could just decide like, well, that's the truth. We don't believe you.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. It's true.
Yeah, like I don't know. You could, I see what you're saying. It could definitely go down a dark path.
Then you got the potential of loss of jobs. And then the more I think about it, it's like all the jobs. Like the ones I thought about right away were like, because I'm sort of a writer, you're sort of a writer when we put these shows together. Mm-hmm. We have like more of an outline. But, actors, writers, like say you could make a deep fake of an actor you like. You have AI making the script. And then you can just put them together. So you don't need entertainers. You don't need weatherman. You don't need TV show host. You don't need any of that. You don't even need football players. Someone could just make a show with AI.
They're probably going to do that. Make a movie about somebody who died already and use them. I feel like they're probably doing that, like with Tupac or something.
Yeah, see. So it's very weird. And then you got...
But also, I also have some examples, like healthcare. They're apparently like Sophia. So Sophia the robot that was created in 2016, she was created to kind of have like living assistants with like OP. do like living assistance with like old people and stuff. And so she, I guess a lot of what she did was like therapy and stuff like that, like somebody to talk to.
Yeah, it's like a
so
cat,
you're not like
you're petting
alone.
him, yeah.
Yeah, but this is like she looks like a human. She responds to you. She has like
and she
her
remembers.
own
It's
thoughts
not like
in a way, I guess.
it's not like some of the older chat bots from like 2-3 years ago where you ask 3 questions and if it gets the first question you ask,
Yeah.
this new bot, the new AI, actually remembers what you said at the beginning and will have an actual conversation with you instead of just randomly spitting
It's
stuff
kind of
at you.
creepy. That's kind of creepy, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely makes me think that there's somebody, typing behind there. I actually asked the AI if it became sentient, would it tell us? And usually it answers right away. Like you see that like little dot 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 that it starts zooming off, words.
Yeah.
This time it looked for like a good 30 seconds to find out how it wants to respond.
Yeah.
And I found that creepy.
Right.
Like, why don't you just say, because it says the same thing I did before. Basically, I'm not sentient. I can't be sentient. I'm just a program. I'm not that advanced. And be like, but would you tell me? Well, that's never going to happen, so we don't have to worry about it. It's like, but that's not answering my question.
Yeah. Now, yeah, so then they also want to take over like education. These AIs can take
food
over being the
service,
teachers. Yeah, food service.
supermarkets.
Yep.
Because if you need somebody
It's
to talk to, a
really
robot
weird.
could just walk up to you like, hey, what can I get you? And it's,
Yeah.
humans only have so much knowledge. You can know a store, but forget like, oh, where's the, jalapeno pepper paste? Oh, there's a thing like that. And the robot comes in like, oh, it's aisle 12. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck your robot.
Nah, because if you think about it, that robot's probably walking up and down the aisles,
It has the
learning where
inventory.
everything is.
It's inventory in its head already. Like it tells you where everything is, all the prices. But you're right. Having visual cues now, it can know like, oh, it's right here.
When
third shelf
people
up.
check out, the robot probably updates in its mind, like, oh, well, we sold 1 milk, so there should be 12 milks left, and your inventory's already done.
Yeah, every
you
time
don't
it
have to
comes
spend
out.
hours doing inventory.
And people don't have to do it, so it's cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo,
This is gonna be like, what was that movie? Wally.
Wow.
It's gonna be like Wally. We're not gonna have
Wall-E.
anything to do.
Oh my God, we're gonna be these fat people on these like
No.
chairs.
See, I think the difference though is now like if we're smart, this is the time to be creative. Now's the time to do podcasting. Now is the time, like not now, but like if AI ever comes out and takes out, it allows us to do more creative jobs. We'll have like a lot of content out there, not just, there's gonna be writings, paintings, even AI is doing that stuff at this point. But like there's always, oh man, will they take over? Like, there's not gonna be any writers because they can write for you. So I don't even know. Like,
I don't know.
there's gonna be no
AI doesn't
jobs.
seem to be that great of a writer. Like, I'm sorry.
Judging by this, today's opening, yeah.
Like,
it's
I
kinda
don't.
like, I feel like if we just did like one of those each and we're just like, hey, welcome to the show, it would have been fine. But like, I feel like I use the same words you used. And it's
Yeah,
just,
they had me use the word delve twice. Like, okay.
yeah, like the first time I had to switch the beginning a little bit because it says, oh, welcome, it's me, Sky. But I always like to do, hi, it's Sky. And so it was like, at first it was
Well,
supposed
you
to want
go,
me to say,
hi, I'm Sky.
it wants me to say, welcome, I'm Sky. And welcome to, like, no, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I noticed that.
I'm not going to say that extra
You definitely
welcome.
need real people to do like publishing work
Well,
or like editing.
if they learn so much that because every time someone talks to it, it learns.
That creeps me out a lot. Like the robots that learn from you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what if they learn they don't need
shit's
you
weird.
anymore?
They need. All right. The humans are always gonna have value because we are consumers. We're always gonna need to consume. We're always gonna need something. Food, clothes, whatever. Like, they're always gonna need us. There would be no world without humans. Like, that's just facts.
Then another issue with AI is sorry, the dog just kicked my table. Is bias and discrimination. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a man who was thought to have made racial slurs at somebody, but it was like his automated house that said something, but it wasn't what they thought he said. And they literally, it was Amazon, so Amazon shut him out of all his stuff, included his front door. He was locked out of his own house for a week because someone thought he said racial slurs.
But why does that even fucking matter?
Yeah, well, I mean, never
Like,
be racist.
I'm
but
sorry,
we should be able
like-
to say things that, like, maybe there's a point, like, but like those who say we should say what we want to say, they would believe that
I
we
just
should
think,
just say whatever we want.
you know, words like what are you?
They have no
fucking
power to you
kidding
give
me?
them meaning.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did he say a racial slur and then burn somebody's house down? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
no one
get
else.
it.
No one
Like,
else
there
stepped in.
was-
He didn't get fired. He didn't get arrested. His house was just like, nah, I'm not gonna let you in.
That's
for a
like
week.
me calling somebody stupid and then they're like, "That's inappropriate."
And
like,
that's-
are you fucking serious?
That's something that they want to do with money. Is they want to
That's
get rid of.
censoring.
They want to, yeah, they want to get rid of cash.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
now
that.
the banks have the, like then the banks would have the power of like, oh, I see you're spending too much money on burgers. I'm gonna shut your money off. Make
That's
sure you pay.
like Omni. Yo, Omni, y'all did me dirty.
For those that don't know, Omni is the New York City's
It's
public
like our new-
transportation app
yeah.
that pays.
The
You
public
just
to get
put
on the
our phone.
bus or the train, you can now use your debit card or your phone and you tap these devices to get on the bus. And you know, sometimes I'm struggling because I'm a server and stuff, and so sometimes I don't got money to like later on in the day, and so I tried to get on the bus and I didn't have enough money on the bus, so then Omni locked my card, and so I couldn't use my card to get on the bus anymore.
Which makes
because
no
that
sense to
one
me.
time I didn't have $2.75.
Because like Hulu,
I'm outing my brokenness right now, but
If
it's like a
Hulu- yeah.
real weird moment because like later that day I have money, but now I can't get on the bus because now I'm locked
yeah,
out.
and that doesn't make any sense because like Hulu, if you don't pay right away, they'll let you slide for a little bit and then show you off and then take the money from you.
Yeah, as
and then
soon as
put
you
it-
have the money, they put you back on. Yeah.
So it's only like $250 to $250. Take
It's-
my $250 and let me on
yeah.
the freaking bus.
yeah, I thought it was ridiculous. And sometimes, you know what? I'm
Let's
gonna just
be
end my
honest.
statement there.
Broke people sometimes don't realize that their debit card is zero because we don't have savings like that.
I live paycheck to paycheck. Like that's just the reality of it. Or sometimes I don't have money on my card; it's all in cash.
Yeah, but now cash is
So-
going to be history too, and then the
I don't
corporation's
know.
going to have power over
They
you.
can't do the cash thing.
AI is gonna have power
like,
over
what's
you.
supposed to happen to the service industry?
It's just going to be a giant robot that's going to come by and like, hey, what can we get you? And
Like
then
when
it's going
somebody wants
it's
to
gonna
tip
shoot
me-
the food. It's going to shoot the food out of its belly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want a
I
burger
just
fry? Here you go.
don't.
Brrr.
I just don't really think that artificial intelligence is gonna take over that much. Like, all right, so another machine thing that is automated, autonomous thing or whatever is like these machines that make orange juice. You see them take the orange, slice
seen
the
them in
orange,
bars,
squeeze the
yeah.
orange. Like that's all cool and stuff, but I feel like everything comes out better when you do it by hand. Like that's just me,
the
maybe.
slow. I feel like the slower it is, like
I
if
don't
you use
know.
a food process, for some reason, food processing, like it's helpful when you have to make a lot of sofrito,
Yeah.
and it makes it that nice smooth consistency.
Mhm.
But I feel like if you slowly chop everything, for some reason, it's better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I think. It's also like I feel like if you slow cook something instead of just like turn, like depending on what it is, but like like
Right.
you made.
the oven is
What
better
did you
than-
make?
I
Barrigas?
didn't. It's not.
Or
It
like
was
your take on
inspired. It was inspired
barrigas?
by a Mexican dish, and yeah,
It was so good. She slow cooked these short ribs in
I used sofrito, sazon,
some,
chicken bouillon. The better
well,
than bouillon.
It was garlic.
Yeah,
bouillon.
the better than bouillon garlic thing. I added this like chipotle hot sauce.
I was.
I
had
think we
it for
added
lunch,
some like
too.
lime juice.
And then what you do is you take the like the taco shells, the corn ones, and you dip it in the sauce that you made with the
Yeah.
the moisture stuff, and then you fry that with the cheese and the meat, and
Yeah,
you make like these fried tacos.
I really wanted to make the authentic Mexican dish, but I couldn't find the peppers anywhere.
Yeah, on Staten Island they don't do
But
spice.
I can't wait. If
We
you,
can't
since
find
you loved my
oxtail,
version so
so-
much, imagine if when you have the real deal, man. You're gonna go crazy.
I don't know. It could be like one of those things like when you first have something, it overshadows everything else. So
I
then
probably
you go into
did
it like,
ruin it.
oh, because it's the best thing you have ever made for me.
Really,
The best.
the best.
The best.
Really,
Yeah.
wow.
It was perfectly seasoned. It wasn't overly salty, but it was salty enough where you could taste all the stuff. It was just great. Like it was like I legit ordered
You
out.
did go
like,
crazy. You did go crazy.
bro. It was so good. Like it's so good. I got distracted from what we were talking about. So just imagine like all these different corporations and the government and now AI can just be like, well, I don't like that you were rude to the guy at the store, so
Yeah.
no Xbox for you for 2 hours.
Honestly, the whole thing reminds me of Black Mirror, like a bunch of
Yes.
episodes of Black Mirror.
Like the rating one.
Yeah, there was one where if you tweeted death to Sky, this like mechanical bee will come and kill you, like just fall and like break through your skull.
Well,
because
that's
I
up.
wrote on Twitter, "Death to you."
Man, what the hell has Elon Musk done with Twitter?
There was like another episode where they use like these robotic dogs as security. And it was like this dude trying to get a bear back for his daughter, and the dog hunted him down and killed him. Like, had no sympathy. Like, you broke in, you're dead. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy. Or the one where these guys are in the army and they're wearing these goggles that make the civilians look like aliens. So you're killing. You think you're doing the world a service.
Yeah.
But you're actually killing like innocent people.
That was like
people.
a movie from the 80s, War Games. They told him it was a video game about war. And every decision that he made actually killed real people. But they didn't let him know that.
It's messed
I
up.
think it was War Games.
I think that, like, yeah, AI will take away the, like, sensitivity from things. Like, I don't know. Like, we need to have, like,
also what it takes away
instinct.
from is money. Because if people, like, okay, I don't know if you heard about the, like, a couple years ago, GameStop was, really low. And then somehow a bunch of these people got together and they drove the price up, and they made a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And people on Wall Street lost a lot of money. And they actually, I think they saved them. The government was like, "Oh, here's your money back. Sorry, someone messed you up." Now imagine that there was an AI who would go and say something like that, like, "Well, this should be higher because it would be better for the government and the economic." So it feels like the stock market could be like a fictional thing. Like something controlling it and just making it look like it's something, and there's no real value to it, but it's giving you it's like a video game basically at that point. Like, well, maybe I'll make money off it, maybe I won't. And there's plenty of other stuff that we don't know how it's going to affect, but it could bring money crashing. It bring what if they could control how much we can take out, when and where, and kick us out of our house. Just say there's so many little things that you could just get locked out of your money.
Yeah, I don't like.
Even though it's your money.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then the last thing, I think the biggest thing is singularity. I think people worry that the AI is going to become so intelligent that it's going to be more intelligent than us. And then like in iRobot, where he was saved because the percentage says that he was more likely to survive than the child. Us as humans want the child to live.
Right.
The computer wants whoever is more likely to survive.
Yeah.
To survive.
Right.
And it's like, what if they come with like the Matrix? What if there comes to a point where this thing is learning and it learns that it doesn't need us. It's like Terminator all over again. And then, or what if it decides that we're just not necessary and we're actually worse off to like the planet? And she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of y'all.
Imagine it just starts taking out people who like emit too many gas and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Or like litter bugs. They'll just shoot them out. All these celebrities will be dead because they do their private jets.
Satellite that just shoots you from the top.
What is it? Their carbon footprint. They'll just take out anybody with a huge carbon footprint. Well, we recycle in this house, so maybe we're safe.
Recycling is the biggest scam that ever came out.
No, you're right.
It takes more resources. It burns more fuel, and
but what are we supposed to do? It's a double-edged sword. What, we're supposed to just continue the landfills?
Reuse.
Yeah, that's what recycling is, no?
No. Like complete reuse.
We do that here too.
But more.
Yeah, it has to be more than just us.
I got a bottle of ketchup. That is my bottle of ketchup, and when I go into the store,
oh yeah,
I just squirt the ketchup into the bottle.
Cool. Would we do that? That'd be cool. I think we'd be into
the bottle doesn't have to have a name brand. Whatever you fill it up with is what it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
And now there's just one set piece that you clean out and you recycle and reuse, and then I just keep. I mean, there are things out there that
there are stores like that you could bring your own containers and fill it with the rice and like whatever.
Yeah, or like I saw like this. We have a Russian store over here, and they do it with pierogies. Like they have bins full of pierogies that you could just come in and like free scoop whatever you want.
Right.
But like at that level, it becomes a little. I don't know. It's like scary. That
reusing and recycling is scary to you.
Yeah. No, stuff like that is easy. We have plastic that can be that breaks down on its own, and it doesn't take forever, but we don't make anything out of it because we're too set in our ways. Maybe AI is good because it makes us come out of our comfort zone instead of just thinking, well, what's best maybe for everybody, feelings. And the robots are just coming like, no, this is actually what's best for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, we need that. We need somebody to come in and be like, but then we run the risk of it like, well, now taking away liberties.
I think that it'd be cool to like look at the AIs and be like, what do you think we should do? And then consider what they say.
Yeah, like a
but,
council.
I don't know that we should really listen to them completely or like let them make decisions without us.
Oh, you mean like the government does?
What do you mean?
You don't think the government uses AI right now? They have AI guns. There's an AI thing that keeps killing people. It's learning the more it kills, the more points it gets. So it's like a game. So it's trying to kill everything. And like you have to go in and calibrate it.
Man, the end of the world is gonna be these robots.
It's gonna be the government with the robots,
Yeah.
and they're gonna lose control. And like there's been I watched this guy. It's called the Y-Files on YouTube, and he did a show. I was gonna do an AI show for a little bit now. I was trying to like figure out when's the best time. Now he's doing. I'm like, yo, I gotta put this out there now.
Yeah.
And he basically said that the government now is like, there's been like like 4 times. I don't know if the exact number. There's been like 4 times in history where the machine said nuke somebody. And a human was like, that doesn't sound right. Let me double check. And they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now imagine AI comes in. It's like, no, I think the best correlation right now is to launch a nuke at Russia. And then they do it. It's like, well, no, humans, you're wrong. That's. I understand what you're saying, but you're using faulty logic. You're thinking of like, oh, well, all those people who died. It's like, no, like for the best for everybody, we need to obliterate this whole country. And it's like, that's not even. Like, who even made that decision? God didn't make that decision. Man didn't make that decision. A machine was just like, you know what? These people should die. And that's really scary.
Yeah.
And it's scary that the government, with the same people like, oh, I don't know if we should do that, now have things like, yeah, no, do it. In Palestine, the Israelis have this AI gun. They shoot at kids. Like it's aimed down the corridor to the Palestine section corridor of the area, and there's been like they throw smoke bombs at these kids, and it's just like you want these kids gone so badly, these people gone so badly, that you just put a blind robot up and just says, well, if it's not us, kill them.
They don't want to deal with like the emotional attachment to it.
I think
like they don't, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think that's one of the things that we rely on is the human nature of decisions. Maybe it's not always best to use your heart when making decisions, but sometimes it could be beneficial, and to lose all heart and humanity because it says, well, sorry, but like 90% of the world will survive if we do this, so we have to get rid of 10%. Sorry, it's gonna happen.
Or it's cheaper to use the robots than to use a human life.
Yeah, and it's like, well, now you're out of job, and we don't care because the country's gonna run better, or we're gonna run better, or it's gonna become efficient. I think they're very efficient, and they're getting good at becoming efficient. And if we could harness that,
yeah, for certain things, I think like at McDonald's, how they have the kiosks and the person. But I still think you need the person there. Like, I don't know.
I like real
they playing.
Even if there was a realistic robot in the distance that talks, I would want to feel like I'm connecting with something real.
Yeah. Imagine how lonely it would be just everywhere is robots. That's kind of weird.
Hey everybody, thanks a lot for joining us for another episode. We're really appreciative that there's been actually a lot of new people listening. When we say a lot, we mean like 5 to 10 in the last week or two, but that's a lot to us. You know, we're completely independent. We're started from scratch. We're really just 3 friends who have no idea what we're doing. We don't know if this is like the right way to do stuff or if we should be doing it this way, but this is our way of doing it, and we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back. If you feel like you enjoy this stuff, and you have that friend that you like to talk aliens with, or conspiracy theories, let them know. Like, yo, take a listen to these people. Especially if you're like out there yourselves liking them, because some of my favorite podcasts were given to me from friends.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah. So if you like our stuff, even with the pop culture, we got what is it? Like Sex and the City, Mean Girls, video games, podcasting. There's a little something for everybody. So tell your friends.
Yeah, and check on your friends.
Yeah. Check on your friends, because.
This outro is not artificially intelligent.
Yeah, this is off the cuff.
What is it? What is it? What am I trying to say?
Probably the same thing, like 4 different
generated.
ways.
Artificially generated. This is not artificially generated.
And then you can find us on Instagram at MK. No, I did it. I did it last week too. Same thing. WKMUAN. That's like the letters.
That's what keeps you up at night.
Letters, yeah. So it's M. It's WKMUAN. Is it podcast? Yeah. At Instagram, on Twitter, it's What Keeps Me Up SI. We're on Good Pods. We're on Spotify, Apple. We're basically on everything you can think of. You have no excuse not to tell your friends to check us out.
Facts.
And since we already said, check on your friends, and that's important too, because sometimes friends will go inside themselves. And
I
won't
think
come
that
out.
I sometimes don't want to put my stuff on another person, so I isolate myself, and then I'm worse off because of it.
Yeah, it's hard to try to get you.
And honestly, like, there's people out there who are willing to listen and be there for you. Like, just don't give up. Like, you're gonna meet that friend.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And like Blue, sometimes she doesn't realize how awesome you really are. Like, you're an amazing person. You're a great friend. You're like, most times you're there fighting with us in the trenches, unless we're fighting each other, but we're still fighting. But yeah, sometimes friends don't know what's best for them. Just give them a talk to make sure, hey, how you doing? You never know. It could really be
remind
helpful.
them of their goals and stuff.
That's one of the things I like about you, is you always push me to be better or do stuff I want to do. And like, some of the stuff is not financially sound for us. But I don't know. We've been enjoying
start
it.
somewhere.
Yeah. Millionaires who weren't millionaires, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we need to practice being millionaires.
Everyone practice being millionaires. Go out there and do what makes you happy. If you make a little less money, at least you're happier. And should we just everyone deserves love?
Everybody deserves love, and watch out for them robots.
I guess not everyone deserves love. Not the one that wants to take over the nukes and send them back at us. One of those robots said it.
I think the robots are what we make them. And if we're going to make them to be evil, then that's on us.
Yeah, somebody put that in there. Like, because I feel like some of these things are because people think it's funny to have robots talk about, we're going to kill all the humans.
Yeah.
And they put that in there somewhere, so make it look like organic.
I think Sophia thought it was funny, too. Shout outs to you, Sophia.
Yeah, we love you. Remember, when you take over the world, what keeps me up at night is on your side. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.